10 Greatest Historic Hotels. Sometimes a hotel's historical past is one of the reasons to stay in a hotel or another. Imagine staying at the same rooms where historical personalities stayed and reliving moments that marked a milestone in the political trajectory of a country. Here are some of the most iconic historic hotels in the world. They are not historic buildings that were converted into hotels. All of them are hotels that were conceived as a hotel from minute 1. Hotel Savoy, London, Great Britain. Opened in 1889, the Savoy Hotel was the first luxury hotel in London. It became a benchmark and set the guidelines to follow in terms of luxury, comfort and service standards in the hospitality industry. In fact, it was the first hotel in the country to have electricity and hot water in the rooms and elevators to access all floors. The innovations incorporated by the Hotel Savoy were a great attraction for personalities from different eras and different fields. Film artists such as Sarah Bernhardt, Charlie Chaplin, Cary Grant, John Wayne, Ava Gardner, and Frank Sinatra, the Marx Brothers, Marilyn Monroe, Sophia Loren, and a large list of famous guests stayed at Savoy Hotel. 2. Belmont Copacabana Palace, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's not only the most luxurious hotel in Rio de Janeiro, but also its stunning white marble facade has made it an icon of Copacabana Beach. The Belmont Copacabana Palace was built inspired by the Negresco Hotel in Nice and the Carlton Hotel in Cannes, France. This Art Deco building was inaugurated in 1923, and some of its first guests were the scientist Albert Einstein, the architect Frank Lloyd Wright, and the Princes of England, among others. Like many other historic hotels, since its creation, and for nearly 100 years of history, the hotel has hosted famous and well-known guests, politicians, film artists, musicians, members of royalty and celebrities from all over the world. In 1989, this hotel, with nearly 250 rooms, several restaurants, some recognized by the Michelin Guide, and an iconic swimming pool, was declared a National Historic Heritage Site. 3. Raffles, Singapore. It's probably the only hotel in the world that has a historian on staff. It's Leslie Denker. Guests can visit the history behind every corner of Singapore's Raffles Hotel. This colonial-style building was opened in 1887 when the island was occupied by the British and is, even today, a symbol of luxury on the Asian continent. For more than 130 years of history, it has been a point of interest for public figures such as English writers. 4. Hotel de Crillon, Paris, France. Its construction was commissioned by King Louis XVI and is located in the Place de la Concorde, one of the most emblematic places in the city of Paris. Built in 1758, its more than 100 rooms and suites have been a place of pilgrimage for monarchs, politicians, artists, and celebrities from around the world. After being rehabilitated, in 2017 the Hotel de Crillon reopened its doors with a new image that highlighted all the architectural details of this 18th century building to continue to be not only one of the oldest hotels in the world, but also one of the most luxurious historic hotels. 5. The Imperial New Delhi, India. After 24 palm trees, you arrive at the porch of this hotel. Opened in 1936 and architecturally featuring a combination of Victorian, antique colonial, and Art Deco styles. In fact, the Imperial is one of the witnesses of the creation of the city of New Delhi. If the walls of the Imperial New Delhi Hotel could speak, they would tell us many episodes of the history of India. For example, it was at the Imperial where Pandit Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and Lord Mountbatten met to discuss the division of India and the creation of Pakistan. 6. The Peninsula, Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Peninsula Hotel was built with the idea of being the best hotel in East Suez. The hotel opened its doors in 1928 and today. In addition to being a historic and iconic hotel in the city of Hong Kong, it's known for the Rolls-Royce fleet that are parked in its entrance. Painted in green, the so-called Green Peninsula, are one of the flagship and distinctive elements of this hotel, which also has a heliport on the upper floors. Like many of the historic hotels, the Peninsula has also written pages of Hong Kong history. For example, in 1941, the English governor, Sir Mark Aitchison, was arrested in one of the hotel suites as a result of the end of the Battle of Hong Kong, which caused the island to be ruled by Japanese forces. 7. Waldorf Astoria, New York, USA. It was at the time of its construction, and for a few years, the highest and largest hotel in the world. Nowadays, the Waldorf Astoria is closed for a refurbishment that will turn it into luxury apartments. The reopening is scheduled for 2023 and will maintain the Art Deco style and the most iconic elements of this 47-story skyscraper that is, at the same time, one of the icons of New York City. Located on Park Avenue in Manhattan, it has been the benchmark hotel that has hosted many U.S. presidents and celebrities when they visited New York City. Former U.S. President Herbert Hoover, General Douglas MacArthur, Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor, Britney Spears, and a large list of famous people. Even President Bill Clinton celebrated his 50th birthday dinner at this hotel. 8. Ritz Hotel, Paris, France. From the Savoy Hotel in London to the Ritz Hotel in Paris, this was the fate of Swiss hotelier Kaiser Ritz, who was director of the London Hotel, and chef Auguste Escoffier, who was the maitre at the same hotel. After being fired, in 1898 Kaiser Ritz opened his own hotel in the French capital. With an innovative mind, and as he did at the Savoy Hotel, Kaiser Ritz set luxury standards in his hotel and made it the first in Europe to have individual bathrooms in each room. Ritz invented the king-size bed, indirect lighting, and cabinets with lights that activate when you open them. This was a claim for high society in Europe and around the world. Ernest Hemingway, Marcel Proust, the Shah of Persia, and Edward VII were some of the most regular customers. Even fashion designer Coco Chanel set up a residence in one of the suites at the Ritz Hotel in Paris. In fact, some of the hotel's suites are now named after Scott Fitzgerald, Marcel Proust, or Coco Chanel, people who considered the Ritz as a second home. 9. Grand Hotel Europa, St. Petersburg, Russia. During its more than 140 years of history, the Grand Hotel Europa has played a central role in the city of St. Petersburg, Russia. It is located on the famous Nevsky Prospect Avenue, very close to the main cultural buildings of the city, and is considered one of the most glamorous buildings in St. Petersburg. Its halls have hosted the Tsars of Greater Russia for years and have witnessed the Revolution, the Soviet era, the times of Stalin and Lenin, the two World Wars, and the other historical events that Russia has experienced. The writer Fyodor Dostoevsky, the composer Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, and members of the Romanov imperial family are some of the illustrious guests who have welcomed this hotel, now part of Belmont Hotels. 10. Alvear Palace Hotel. This Buenos Aires icon opened in 1932 as a luxury hotel for European visitors and was declared a national landmark in 2003. The hotel's founder, Rafael de Miero, was inspired by his frequent trips to Paris and filled the hotel with elaborate parquetry, crystal chandeliers, marble columns, and furniture inspired by Louis XIV and Louis XVI. If you find our videos helpful, don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the like button to support our channel.